enjoying the night and Justin Timberlake spots me from afar. He starts staring at me and watching every move I make. I make my way over to the bar where he is sitting, and we are now close enough to touch. His eyes are undressing me with that I want to look into his eyes. He asks me to dance with him, so we make our way onto the dance floor. The music is loud, the lights are dim, and the strobe light is dim. He seems to be taking his time with me, and making sure he doesn't alarm me with any sudden gestures. But in my mind I'm thinking, take me. He pulls me up against his strong and tight amazing body. He smells so good, and beads of sweat start running down his face and neck. As we are dancing, he doesn't stop looking into my eyes, still with that I want you. The music ends, and we go to have a drink together. Justin asks, "Well, did you come alone?" I tell him, yes I did. Justin replies, "Then you better let me take you home. I would feel more comfortable knowing you made it home safe." Okay, I told him. We get into his Escalade and head to my house. The whole time we are riding, Justin keeps looking over at me, checking out my body. He finally decides to reach his hand out and start playing with my hair and rubbing his fingers softly on my neck. We reach my house, and he opens the door for me to get out, and he steps up closer before I can get completely out of the trap. He steps in between my lips and cups his hands on my cheeks and slowly leans in to kiss my lips. He equals at my lips for a moment, teasing me, and then he slowly slides his tongue into my neck, making me moan with passion. Justin's hands begin to wander down my chest and softly slides his fingers across my nipples, making them stand at attention. Then he pulls back and looks into my eyes and asks, quote, "Can I take you inside and make love to you? I want you so bad. I want to taste you all over." With a low voice I tell him this. I want you too, so bad. We make our way to the door. The whole time I'm unlocking the door, Justin can't keep his hands off me. We finally make it to the bedroom door, and he grabs me from behind and spins me around to face him. He begins to kiss me heavily with moans and grunts of passion rising up in me. He shoves me up against the wall and starts peeling away my shirt. His lips start wandering down my body and back up again. While his lips reach my lips again, he starts slipping the bra strap off my shoulders to uncover my breast. I tuck at his t-shirt to come off. He is so sure he has to help me. His body begins to touch my breast as he pushes himself up against me. He unsnaps my bra from behind, and it hits the floor. Then he rubs his fingers slowly down my breast to my stomach, and then to unbutton my jeans, his fingers slip just inside of my pants to push them down while his hands are caressing my hips and lips. While he is pushing my pants down, he starts kissing my thighs and teasing me on the inside of my thighs. Then his hands reach for my pants and slowly peels them down off my warm bedroom. He can see how worked up I am. He then guides me to the bed and slowly lays me down. While I'm laying there, he stands on his knees, softly rubbing his hands over my body and gazing into my eyes. My fingers reach to touch his lips as he kisses my fingertips. My hands wander down his amazing body and unbutton his pants, and slowly, and with the zipper, I can feel how hard he is and how big he is. Justin then helps me pull down his pants. Then I slide his boxers down. We are both naked, and he slowly lays his body on top of mine and begins to kiss me deep in my mouth while we are both moaning. He has one arm underneath me, holding me tight, while the other arm is exploring my body. He starts to work his way down to my swollen breast, kissing me and breathing on me. His lips barely touch my nipples, teasing the hell out of me. All of a sudden, he puts his mouth over my nipple and begins to kiss, lick, and suck on them. I cannot hardly contain myself. I begin to shout and moan, bending my body up to him, wanting more. Then Justin looks up at me with those beautiful blue eyes and says in a low, sexy voice, "I want to taste you." He bends his head back down and begins to kiss me down my stomach and hips. Then I felt his warm wet mouth touch my cunt. He starts kissing it, lightly licking, and slips his tongue into it, and slowly licks me up and down, while nibbling on its tongue. My body feels like it's changing gears constantly, not knowing how to drive, but I'm enjoying every second of it. Finally, I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to take him and have him my way. I push him over on his back and begin kissing him deep in its mouth, while my breast is sliding back and forth on his masculine chest. I begin to work my way down his amazing body, kissing and licking him all over. I reach his huge cock and lightly lick and saying to him, quote, "I love your dick, it's so big and wonderful." I split my mouth over his huge cock and slowly deep throat him, and my tongue is licking it while I am stalking him. I begin to lick the head of his cock, and he's moaning and groaning, saying softly with a groaning voice, quote, "You feel so good to me, don't ever stop. I want to be with you like this forever." I continue to pleasure him, enjoying watching him want more and more. Then he stops me and says, quote, "I have got to have you now. I want to be inside of you." He lightly throws me back over. He pulls my lips apart and touches my throat with his fingers softly, then slowly lays down on top of me. He asks me to put it in, because he wants to feel my touch. He slowly begins to push his huge cock inside of me. He takes his time, because he wants to be gentle and not hurt me. He starts grinding me slow and asking my softly, quote, "Are you okay?" I pull his face to mine and say yes, and begin kissing him again deep and hard. My legs are wrapped around his waist, and our arms are holding each other tight. Our bodies are getting sweaty, and we begin to slide against each other. He is not completely all the way in, and I tell him deeper, "I want all of you in me." He shoves all of them inside of me, and we begin to move together. Our bodies are tensing up. We are both breathing heavily, moaning and groaning, and then he looks me in the eyes and says, quote, "I love you. I can't live without you. My heart belongs to you, and no one else. Tell me you feel the same way." And I tell him I love you too. I don't want to live without you either. My mind, body, and soul belongs to you. You are the only one I want. We begin to kiss again with moaning and groaning. Then both of our bodies begin to tense up. My fingernails begin to his back, and his arms are underneath my body holding me tight. I scream out, quote, "Oh Justin, it feels so good. More, more, more. Don't stop." He begins to moan louder and grunt out loud, quote, "Oh yeah, you feel so right. You're so warm, wet and tight. You are perfect." Then all of a sudden we get off together. He shoots off at me, and I can feel it fill me inside. Not caring what the results could be because of our passion for each other, he lays on top of me while he finishes, and I can feel his big cock throbbing inside of me. We once again start kissing each other and on face and neck, telling each other how much we love each other. After the wonderful love-making, we lay in bed holding each other and talking. Our eyes meet, and we are ready to go at it again.